Ladies, we are here tonight on the show. And tonight we're going to be talking about some wrestling news, and then we'll be going through Dynamite. Ladies and gentlemen, here tonight on a freaking Thursday. All right, so excuse me. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Nick Khan doing an interview last night with Bill Simmons yesterday. Um, so he pretty much talked about Vince McMahon and how, everybody that knows Vince McMahon personally knew that, last summer when he retired, he wasn't stepping down forever. He was going to come down eventually. And that's what happened. He said he was kind of like proud of him for stepping down for like 5 months and now coming back. He said, I wasn't really surprised. So, they asked him about TV return, and he's like, at this point, it's something that's not gonna happen. Maybe in the future, he and Triple H would have to be on the same page. So I think they were asking about like a TV return. I don't know if they meant like an appearance or like out on the ring for the fans to see him, or like the question meant more like going on TV to like control behind the scenes creative. So because Nick Khan gave more of a Triple H and Vince would have to be on the same page, almost like saying to like let him in on the backstage stuff, like creative stuff. That's what's I don't know what Bill Simmons meant by the question, but it seemed like Nick Khan answered it as in yeah, he and Triple H would have to be on the same page, so maybe they could work together on creative behind the scenes. That's how Nick Khan seems to answer the question. A lot of people think Vince McMahon might be coming back into Royal Rumble. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen. They asked him about the Saudi Arabia deal that was reported last week. That's completely 100% false. No way we could get a deal done that fast. This is a process. So yeah, no way that was true at all. So he completely says that's not true at all. But yeah, man, he pretty much kind of he like he said, I'm not surprised he's back. Um, I guess there's a possibility he could go back into TV with him and Triple H working together. Like I said, I would not be surprised if the company does not get sold at all. Today, he actually paid off millions of dollars to that one referee that filed a lawsuit for sex allegations back in 1985. Today, supposedly that got settled he paid multiple $1 million reportedly. That just got reported a few hours ago. So it seems he's cleaned everything up to sell the company or to back as not only chairman of the board but also head of creative. Um, we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. But again, I would not be surprised if he ends up. We'll see, whatever. Anyways, going to Dynamite real quick. I know a lot of people were expecting like a tribute show for Jay Briscoe. That wasn't the case, and apparently Tony Khan they wanted to do that, but they got blocked up by Warner Media. Warner Media always had a problem with the Briscoes. In fact, they were banned from appearing on either Dynamite TBS or Rampage TNT. Well, but they went as far as to freaking not even allowing a freaking tribute show when the man passed away. That is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. So supposedly, they filmed a show after they filmed Dynamite and Rampage, and supposedly they're going to air that show on their Ring of Honor YouTube channel. I think that's what I'm hearing. And they said a bunch of Ring of Honor shows in the future, pay-per-views, or make the first show whenever they get that first TV deal will be a tribute to Jay Briscoe as well. But yes, last night they actually flew in a bunch of people that were like very friends and have wrestled Jay Briscoe to do that show. But apparently at the end they got blocked by Warner Bros Media, and so Tony kind of decided to do a Ring of Honor special show. That's like I said, we'll air on Ring of Honor TV, YouTube, excuse me. But that's that, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the show ended up being kind of normal because Warner Bros. Media blocked a tribute show because of the problems they had throughout the years with the Briscoes. Which that's to me that's crazy. I understand you have problems with them when they're alive, but the fact that you still don't allow them to do a tribute show when the guy freaking passed away, um, to me is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. That Warner Bros. Will go that far. Um, if Warner Bros. Better not be crying if this comes back to hunt them in the future. If somebody else comes up with a better TV deal offer for Tony Khan, don't be crying if they leave you because not because of the money, but because you fucking blocked this tribute show, man. Don't be surprised if this comes to you back in the ass in the media, Warner Bros. When in the future when TV negotiations come up and some other network offers Tony Khan either the same amount of money or even a little bit more money to air Dynamite and Rampage. Let's do Dynamite recap, ladies and gentlemen. Here tonight on a Thursday. Let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. Dynamite. All right, let's get the date out here. I always got to get. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what the hell's going on right now? All right. There we go. All right, this show, I didn't think it was as good as last week, but it was good, I guess. I thought the second hour was better. There was some good matches in there. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's see here. It started off with Orange Cassidy and Jay Lethal for the All Atlantic title. It was good. I don't know how much I'm into Jay Lethal and all his guys. For some reason, I think he's a good wrestler, but I just can't get into the guy. Yeah, I like Cassidy. He's funny. A bunch of people interfered. Dan Houses, Jeff Jarrett, Sanjay. A bunch of people interfered. They had supposedly bought tickets to the show. Yeah, that was kind of funny. At the end, Orange Cassidy retains the championship. It was good, I guess. Next, we had a really good match. Top Flight versus the Young Bucks. Freaking the fucking Top Flight wins the match. That came out of nowhere. After the Young Bucks had that big 7 match series with Dead Triangle, they lose right away to Top Flight. Pretty interesting. I mean, this is a huge win, right? But remember, they're not the tag team champions, right? The tag team champions are the Acclaim. But still a hell of a win. You could argue these are still, even though they're not the tag team champions, so the true championships, the Young Bucks still the best tag team in all of AEW. So huge win for Top Flight, man. Huge win for them. And then we get a segment with the Ass Boys, and then the Acclaim come out, and pretty much they obviously Max Caster does his rap and everything. And then Billy Gunn says, I'm tired of all these problems, all these issues we're having. Next we're having freaking family therapy. And everybody's like, what the hell? Even the Acclaim was like, what the hell's going on here, man? And so yeah, he instead of saying, I got 2 words for you, and everyone thought it was gonna be like scissors me, daddy, ended up being family therapy. It's like, so we'll see where they go from that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see where they go from that, ladies and gentlemen. Then we have Renee Paquette backstage with Adam Page, kind of awkward, like almost like acknowledging, she's interviewing Adam Page, but obviously they say, they're not hiding it all the fact that in real life, Renee Paquette is married to Jon Moxley. So Adam Page saw interview kind of feels uncomfortable knowing that he injured Renee Paquette's husband. And at the end, he even kind of asked Renee Paquette, how is he doing? John, he's been battling injuries 3 years, so he's doing fine. So kind of interesting to see where they're going with this. It seems like Adam Page, this whole time he wanted payback on John Moxley, and then he finally got it. And now he seems like he feels bad about it. So we'll see where they go from here. Next, we get Jake Hader versus Ricky Starks. Good match. Obviously, the freaking hat thing. Whatever. At the end, freaking Stark wins again, man. Ricky Starks, man. They're really pushing Ricky Starks, man. It feels like now that MJF made it to the top and he's the AEW champion, it feels like now they're focusing on Ricky Starks to be the next big star to come out, which is good, man. Ricky Starks, I felt like his personality has really coming out these last few weeks. I think that feud he had with MJF, even though it's a very short feud, and we all knew that obviously MJF is going to retain the championship, I think that really helped Ricky Starks' person come out of his shell and his personality start coming out. And then Jericho's all pissed backstage in an interview with Tony Schiavone. He's like, he's been mocking us, he's been making fun of us, and the worst part is he's beating all of us. So they challenge him to a match, I think. Him and Sammy Guevara. So we'll see where that goes next week. Then we get Bryan Danielson versus Bandito, probably one of the best matches of the night, man. Bryan Danielson and Bandito, man. At the obviously back and forth, man. At the end, freaking Bryan Danielson wins with the freaking double knees, man, and that's how he won, man. Big great match, man. Probably one of the best matches of the night. I thought the second hour was a little bit better. Even though he did have some good matches in the first hour, like Ricky Starks and Jake Hager and the Young Bucks and the Top Flight. Even, the Jay Lethal and Cassidy match. But I thought the second hour really picked up with Bryan Danielson and Bandito kicking it off. Then we get MJF promo pretty much saying the closer you start getting to that match and it becomes official at Revolution in that 1 hour Iron Man match, the more I take my mask off and the more you will get to know the real MJF. So pretty good promo there at the end by MJF. Then we get Willow Nalga versus Tony Storm. Tony Storm wins the match, but then at the end, freaking what's her face? Saraya turns heel. Both of them, Tony Storm and Saraya, turn heel. Ruby Soho comes out to say Willow Nalga. So right away, just like that, man, they turn her heel. Along with Tony Storm, Saraya is now a freaking heel, man. Interesting where they go from here, ladies and gentlemen. That was I never saw that coming. Interesting where they go from here now with Saraya being healed. And then we get the main event, Darby Allin versus Kushida. Good match, probably like a right there with Bryan Danielson versus Bandito. Great match, man. At the end, man, freaking he freaking Darby Allin goes off the top rope and freaking what's his name? Kushida freaking catches him on the arm bar and locks him up outside of the ring. I never seen that shit in my life. That was kind of cool, man. The whole time working on his arm, and then I don't know where Darby Allin just rolls him up. I hate those finishes when the guy's completely beating the other guy up to a point where you think his arm is broken and he might not even be able to continue. And then he just freaking he rolled him up with it was kind of a submission hold, I think, but kind of a pin at the same time. At first I thought he was going for a submission hold, but then it just resulted as a pin. And Darby Allin wins. Kushida shake his hand. They hug it out, and that was pretty much the end of the show, right? I believe, yeah. That was pretty much the end of the show. It was not as good as last week, right? But it was still good. It was more about match qualities, just guys putting up good matches. Bryan Danielson, Bandito, Jake Hager, Ricky Starks, Top Flight, Young Bucks, Jay Lethal, Cassidy. The biggest storylines was probably Saraya and Tony Storm turning heel. But yeah, it was a good show. At least quality match it was. But that's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, I'm out.